Blackness. Keep on.
Hey y'all, it's your favorite black ass cousin, and I know I've been gone for a minute, but baby, I am back with the jump off. I have missed y'all so much, and I know everyone's been wondering where have I been. And to be honest, y'all, I was tired. I needed a break. It was way too much pressure put on us due to grind culture. Everything is you got to be present. You have to constantly be in this state of mass production, posting and making things and creating things and running your business and running your life and having your career. And honestly, it was just too much. And in the great words of the Nap Ministry, it was time for me to go lay down. I needed to rest. I needed to restore myself. And honestly, rest, relaxation, and restoration, it's our birthright, my nigga. Like our ancestors died for us to be able to chill the fuck out. And that's exactly what I needed to do. So now I am back and it's new podcast. Who this? So, yes, we are now the official at the Pure Blackness podcast. It is more fitting for the direction that we're going. It is a true definition of our vibe because y'all know I'm your favorite black ass cousin. So why would I not have a black ass podcast being the Pure Blackness podcast? So without further ado, let's hop into the episode today. We are going to talk about everything that is a black cookout, okay? It is something that we all look forward to each year, but there are also a lot of different things that come with being in those familial units, being around all different ages, the different generations, all being together in one place. So I decided let's do the top 5 things you must do at each black cookout. Let's dive into it. And to be honest, not just a cookout. I'm talking about any type of family gathering, family reunion, a baby shower, someone's anniversary, whatever requires you to be around your family, young, old, and in between, and have to take in all the energy, all the comments, all the vibes. This is what I'm talking about. So I'm going to say cookout, but I'm going to use it interchangeably with any Black family gathering, to be honest. So again, we're going to go over the top 5 things. The first one being, if you don't have the best relationship, if it's toxic, the top 5 thing that you must do is don't go. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, what to that? But to be honest, as Black families, we do hide a lot of things. There are a lot of things that we sweep under the rug. There are a lot of things that we don't address. There are a lot of things that are very toxic, very harmful emotionally. There's abuse. There is abandonment, all of that. And I know we are raised under the guise of blood is thicker than water. You only get one family. You need to choose your family, 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 loyalty to your family. I get that. But at the same time, if your family is the source of major mental exhaustion, depression, grief, anxiety, because of the things that they may have done to you or any like harm they've caused, it is okay for you to bow out gracefully and not go. I'm just being honest. All right, but on to number 2 of the top 5 things you must do at each Black gathering, cookout, family reunion. We must connect with our elders. Listen, take pictures with them, hear their stories, really take the time to humanize who they are and learn who they were before they became the matriarch or the patriarch of the family. I feel like we all too often put our grandmas and big mamas and these like older people in our lives on this pedestal, and we don't take the time to really dive into like, who were you as a teenager? What were your dreams and aspirations? If they like, what's your favorite accomplishment that you've done in your life? Like, there's so much about our elders that we don't know. And not even just knowing them as a person, our elders hold, they are literally like our own. They are like the Wikipedia of the family. Well, not Wikipedia because they should be more accurate, but they are the secret holders. They hold the journey that is your entire family tree because they have been there to begin it all. So they know those that came before them and those that came after them. So they know the stories about your, not only your mother and father and your aunts and uncles and you and your cousins, but they also know about the generations that came before them. So we have to just be honest and realize that as they get older, that familial lineage, that history, that knowledge, as they transition, if we don't take the time to learn it, it will transition with them. Those stories and those, familial anecdotes and just things that make your family who they are will become lost because we are losing those who are the holders of that sacred information. Make sure that you know who you are, know where you came from, listen to anything that your elders have to tell you. There is a beautiful, beautiful film right now on Netflix called In Our Mother's Garden. And one of the things that I realized in it that was so beautiful, they asked each person that they interviewed, who are your parents and who were their parents and who were their parents. And really think about that, y'all. Like, do you know who, like, okay, of course, most of us know our grandma, our grandpa, but do you know who their parents were? So some of you might know your great grandma, grandpa, great grandpa, but do you know who their parents were? And honestly, when you think about it, that's not even really that deep into the generations, but a lot, like I even had to go home and ask my grandmother. I know my grandmother Grace, I know my grandmother Alice, I know my great grandma Girly, I know my great grandma Beulah, who I'm still blessed to have in my life. She's still alive. All praises to the Most High, the universe that's around us, and the ancestors that came before us for blessing us with her still in the physical. But a lot of people don't know, and it's something that we need to know, because again, these are things that we need to be able to maintain and know about our family. Because if you don't know who you are and where you came from, honey, can you really know yourself? And not only that, but just knowing the stories of the type of people you come from. Are they workers? Were they farmers? Were they engineers or architects? And it tells you so much about who you are as a person. I tell people all the time, every time people come into my like office studio and they see my vinyls on the wall, this is not like, I know a lot of people think this is me. This is my grandmother. This is my grandmother Alice. She for as long as I can remember, she's had the little like pamphlet books that used to come with CDs. She has those on her walls. She's had, the vinyl covers just like this on her walls. So it's like I've always come from that energy of eclectic and stylish women. To this day, my great grandma Beulah is going to give you the fashions. Okay. And then not only that, but like my grandmother Grace is the hard worker, the stern, powerful matriarch, that strength, that hustle, that fight. So it's like, and even with my grandma Alice, that she's been an entrepreneur my entire life. So it's like you have to know who you are, and not only just who you are, and but what makes you who you are. It's so much of, as I get older, I'm seeing so many of the women in my lineage, how that has all poured in to make this beautiful concoction that I am today. Okay. So make sure that you are taking the time to dive in, learn your people, know your people, because as you get older, you want to continue to pass that information down. So the important history of who you are as a Black family isn't lost. It is important because so many of our families lost that with our ancestry anyway. So us being in this country, we need to know where we come from, where your people from, maybe Mississippi or an island. That's what India said. And it's important to know, be able to answer that question. So the top second thing that you need to do is connect with your elders, talk to them, get to know your history, your lineage, and find out where your people come from. The third thing that you need to do at any cookout, reunion, kickback, baby shower, anything, while you eating your meatballs at the baby shower, baby, please make sure that you vibe with your cousins. You vibe with your cousins, the young, the old, and the in between. And I'm gonna tell you why. For one thing, it's nothing like having, I mean, I know I'm your favorite black ass cousin. I know that. But we all need that cousin that we just, or cousins that we vibe with, that just gets us. They get the inside jokes about the family, and they just make the entire experience so much better. We all want to have someone in our family that we connect with and that we vibe with. So take the time to really vibe with your cousins, catch up and see what they have going on in their lives. I know as we get older, we might not all live in the same areas, or we might not, talk all the time. Some of my cousins, honestly, I only see, I keep in touch with what they have going on because of social media. So I make it my business to, when I am at family gatherings, to take the time to be like, what's new, what's going on, how you been, really do like that mental health check-in for your family, because here's the truth about it, y'all. Listen, I just turned 30. Yes. Big dog here. I'm your OG. But I just turned 30. And what I came to realize at my last family gathering, we are now becoming the people in the family that have to carry the torch of the togetherness for our family unit. We can't keep relying on my older aunties and uncles to be the ones to set up things for us to come together. We now are the cookout organizers. We got to put together the family reunions. Like, it's on us to have the meatballs ready for the baby shower. Like, that's on us now. So we have to make sure that we have that connection with our cousins, so that we can keep these traditions going in the family. I know we hear all too often, oh, such and such passed away and she transitioned and she was the glue in the family. So because she's been gone, we don't get together anymore. Well, the thing about that is, at any moment, you can decide that, I'm going to be the glue. I'm going to be the one that's going to step up and be like, Saturday, everybody come around the house around 1:00. We're gonna have some stuff on the grill and a little music playing, and we'll have some stuff for the kids. It's like we have to be the ones now, as we are progressing in our careers. We're purchasing homes, we're starting our own families. We have to be the people who set all this up. We can't keep just being like, oh yeah, I think my aunt or somebody gonna do it. Baby, we are the aunties now. Like, we have to do it. So make it your business to vibe with your cousins, connect with them, so that when it comes time to do the planning and the logistics and keep these traditions going, it's seamless, it's easy, because y'all already have that bond. And you just think about it this way. For most, listen, like I said, I just turned 30. I was born in 1991. Proud 90s kid here. One of the greatest staples of my childhood was the adventures that my cousins and I had, because we all grew up together. Like, we made sure of it. I had cousins that lived in cities that were almost 2 hours away, but their parents made sure they spent the summers with us. Shout out to my cousins, Missy and Melissa, because they were with us and still like grew up with us, even though they grew up all the way in another city. You know what I mean? It's like we are now the parents and the cousins and the adults that have to make sure the kids in our family are growing up together. It's on us. So the third thing you absolutely have to do is make sure you vibe with your cousin. No, I know they crazy. I know they wild. We always got that one cousin who just don't know how to act. I get it. But we have to vibe with our people because we are now carrying the torch to keep us all together. The fourth thing you need to do at your family reunion, cookout, kickback, whatever, please make sure you capture the moments. Capture the moments. Take pictures with your people. Make videos of your uncle who be doing that crazy ass dance. Get a Snapchat of your aunt singing or doing the long prayer before we all eat the food, child. Like those things that are a staple, and oh, I know my uncle gonna cut up when this song come on, or I know my auntie gonna da 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 da. You have to capture those moments because there's going to become a point in time where that moment, that photo, that video will be all that you have left. One of my biggest regrets, and I don't have a lot of regrets in my life, not that person. Okay. One of my biggest regrets is I did not get enough photos and videos of my father. We would joke whenever I would try to take photos of him, my father would say, I'm not worried about it, girl. I'm going to be with you forever. My father transitioned in 2008. And it was still to this day, still one of the hardest things that I've ever had to experience because he just meant so very much to me and we were so close. And even now, I have a handful of photos with him. No videos, which granted, technology was different now. So that's why this is the fourth thing that I had to add onto this list because we are blessed now to have, I mean, we got I don't know the pixel of the camera, but we got professional cameras pretty much on our smartphones. So it's like, make sure you are capturing those photos of your elders, of the babies, of your little cousins, of your aunts, your uncles, of just your favorite cousin. I mean, like just everything. Capture the moments because, like I said, there will come a time where it's all that you have. And not only that, there will come a time where we aren't at this age anymore. We're not going to look this way. We're not going to have the physical abilities that we currently have. So there's going to come a time where you won't be able to hit the electric slide and kick your leg up high when you swing. Like there's going to be a time where you're not going to be able to do that. And your family around you won't be able to do that. So capture the moments of your beautiful Black family in their current shape, in their current happiness, in their current vibe. You want to capture that so you can take the time to look back on those good moments and be able to smile and not feel like I feel and have the regret of wishing that you took more time to capture the moments. So the top four thing you need to do while you at the cookout, honey, before you go and get a second plate, make sure that you are taking pictures with your people and taking some videos so you can have some good memories to look back on. All right. And lastly, the top five, the fifth thing you need to make sure you do is be in the moment. Be present. So I know this is a little contradictory because I know it's like, well, girl, didn't you just tell me that I need to be taking pictures? I did. However, you need to be present in the moment to really feel that emotion. Yes, it's going to be nice to look back at the pictures, but what you won't ever forget as your mind, of course, if you're blessed to have your mental capacity to still be able to maintain your memories, of course, you're never going to forget that feeling, that happiness of the sun shining on you. You feel your stomach is full. You just had a nice, healthy plate of maybe your favorite auntie's macaroni and cheese or whatever it is that you eat and that you love at the gatherings. You'll never forget that feeling of being with your family, happy, content, and feeling that love, being in the sun, just vibing. That it's such a high frequency vibration when we all come together. But make sure you are present for that. I know it's difficult. It's so easy for us now to be in a social environment and be on our phones. We're scrolling. We are trying to see what's on Instagram. We're trying to see, what's the latest headline, or even for some people who aren't even into that. I've seen people be in social settings and just literally be playing like a game on their phone. Um, I get it. It's a lot of programming that connects us to our devices. But when we are blessed with the opportunities to be together, which we all know that there are so many different factors that are forcing us and actively in place to keep us separated, to keep us at odds, to keep us oppressed and angry with each other. When we can come together in a happy setting and vibe and fellowship and build and dance and laugh and eat and be Black and beautiful and great, be fully invested in that moment. Be so present that you allow yourself to feel all of those emotions that come from just being around love. I know y'all remember that line on Paid in Full, like, I just need to be around some love tonight. We get that in abundance when we come together as family. So make sure you are granting yourself the space to really thrive in that. Don't focus on which, I get it. As a single woman, the older we get, I know the elders like, well, where your husband? Where are the babies? Don't focus on what you don't have, what you feeling like others are judging you. And while all of that may be there, don't even put your energy and attention into the negative. Just really look around and be grateful for the family that you have. Be grateful for the ones that we still have in this dimension, and just really truly just bask in that love and dope energy of Black people at a fucking cookout having a blast. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate the continuous support, regardless of the breaks, the newness, I know that it's like, wait, wasn't it called this? And now it's called this. So make sure you don't forget, this is now the Pure Blackness Podcast. We have all new segments, all new energy, new episodes dropping each and every Monday. So please make sure that you are following us at the Pure Blackness Podcast on Instagram. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, because we will, like I said, have new segments. So we drop in new stuff all week, baby. We giving you all the content all throughout the week. So make sure that you're subscribed so you can know that we got some newness coming. And of course, all of this, we could not do it. None of it would exist. It's all powered by Conscious Kingdom. Make sure that you hit the website, shopconsciouskingdom.com. And again, I really, really, truly appreciate all of the support, the grace, and the acceptance that I get from my supporters that allow me the space to restore myself. I can't pour from an empty cup. So I appreciate the patience and just the grace and love that y'all have given me while I take this break to get back to it. But baby, like I said, I might have been gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump off, honey. Allow me to reintroduce myself. This is Monica Makita, your favorite Black ass cousin, the owner, CEO, founder of Conscious Kingdom, as well as your host, your favorite Black ass cousin, the host of At the Pure Blackness Podcast. Stay tuned and stay locked in, because this is going to be a wonderful journey. We are going to explore the beauty that is our Blackness, while also unpacking a little bit of the baggage that comes with it as well. I'm so glad to be Black though. Like, it's so beautiful, and I'm so glad that I'm gang. So thank y'all so much for tuning in, and please be sure to tune in next week. So come back around Grandmama and them house so we can do this all over again each and every Monday, coming to you with a new episode Just remember, your Black is beautiful and your Blackness is enough. No matter what it may look or feel like, your Blackness is enough, baby. Thrive in that shit. Period. Thank you guys so much. And like I said, I'll see y'all around Grandmama house next week. Peace.